How y'all doing, family? How y'all doing, family, man? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to another live stream on the DBZ Nation channel. Had to go live today. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I wanted to talk about a kerfuffle that I had on brother's channel named Player Essence last night. I want to give a special salute and shout out to Angry Vigilante Show. I want to give a special shout out to Angry Vigilante Show. I left a link in the description. Check out the brother channel. And I also left a link to Player Essence channel last night, man, when I was in his chat room last night. He challenged me to a debate about Nintendo Switch and PlayStation and, Xbox, stuff like that. But we'll wait a few minutes, let a few people come in here before we get started. If you're just coming in, hit that like button, man. Share this live stream. All right. So like I said, we'll wait just a minute or two before we get into the commentary. And hey, man, if y'all looking for some hot merch, I ask y'all check out my merch. It's the kerfuffle. Check out my merch. It's the kerfuffle. I got this in 2 designs. Just hit that link in the description, man, to take you right there to my spread shop, man. You can get you some Conscious Energy merch, man. It's a kerfuffle, you know what I'm saying? All right. Okay, let's go and get into it. So, last night I was on a YouTube creator's channel. His name is Player Essence. And I was in his chat room last night, and I was asking him about he loves Nintendo. I'm not calling him a Nintendo fanboy or nothing like that, but he loves Nintendo. So I'm in his chat room last night, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, Elden Ring runs terrible on the new Nintendo Switch 2 because the proof I have, some people went to this game expose and he played Elden Ring on the Nintendo Switch 2, and he said it was very poor quality. It really didn't. He expected more from a new console like a Nintendo Switch. And so I was asking questions. I said I was talking to Player Essence directly in his chat room. And I asked him, I say, well, why does Mario Kart World cost $80? And do you think it's a good system? And, why does Madden 25 run so poorly on this so-called superior console? Because I have Elden Ring. I played Elden Ring on my channel. You can scroll down and look at my live stream on Elden. It runs great on my PlayStation. And so, like I said again, this was like my first time. I've been on Player Essence channel before, but this is my first time really like interacting with him. And so, make a long story short, he calls me out for a debate. He said, "Hey, you can go check it out. Like I said, I left a link to his channel. You can go check it out. Our back and forth." So, Player Essence says, "Hey, I want to do a debate about, Nintendo Switch." I said, "Cool, I'll do the debate with you." And so he tells me to, I say, "When do you want to do the debate?" He said, "We can do it Friday." I said, how about we do it tomorrow? And you can see all this in the chat room, so I'm not lying. I said, "Let's do it tomorrow." He says, "Cool, let's do it tomorrow." He says, "Hey, email me and we can discuss what topics you want to debate on. But I want to do it on Discord. I say I don't have a Discord. I say, talking to Player Essence, I say, do you have a StreamYard? He said, yes, I have StreamYard. He said, yeah, I got StreamYard. I said, okay, well, let's just do it on StreamYard. Oh, I appreciate that person. Just hit the like button. Thank you so much. Hey, what's going on, man? Dwayne 876 Gaming YT in the house. Happy Thursday to you, good brother. How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Salute to you, man. Dwayne 876 Gaming, always coming through showing love to your boy on the DBZ Nation channel. I'm doing okay so far. How about you? I can't complain. I'm talking about Player Essence last night, Dwayne 876 Gaming. So as we went on, he told me to go to his Twitter. I got his email. Blessings to you too, man, Dwayne 876 Gaming. Salute to you, man. Appreciate y'all always showing love. So we emailing. Now keep in mind, Player Essence is live the whole time. He's live the whole time. And so I told him in the email, I said, let's debate. He asked me what we want to talk. I said, let's debate Nintendo Switch versus PlayStation. So he's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So he starts to investigate my channel. Now you can check all this out. And brother Dwayne 87, I know you probably, now you can check, this is last night. When Player Essence went to my channel, he started to look, he's like, oh man, this guy is really a gamer. This guy is really serious about this content. See, Player Essence, he thought I was just some Johnny come lately. Player Essence thought I was some Johnny come lately that I didn't know what I was talking about. And when he seen the videos of me exposing Nintendo and Nintendo Switch, he started to backtrack. Now, the people in this chat room are talking about, oh man, DBZ Nation is a cool guy. I like him. This is going to be an awesome debate. People start saying that. And so what he does, he said, no, I don't want to debate Nintendo Switch versus PlayStation. That's old news. So I said, okay, what's your suggestion, Player Essence? We can talk about, Donkey Kong Bonanza, that whack game Nintendo got called, it's called, Drift and Drag, whatever it's called. Dwayne 87 Gamer say, I just shared you on my community wall tab. Thank you, Dwayne 876. I appreciate that. I said, man, we can debate whatever you want to debate about. And so I'm interacting with the people in the chat room. He times me out. Now, keep in mind, he went to my channel to see what I've been doing and talking about. And he thought he was going to have an easy debate win. He thought that I was somebody that he could have debated and had an easy win for Nintendo. And I want to thank Angry Vigilante Show, who makes some very good content. Shout out, much love to the Angry Vigilante, who called this out. He messaged me this morning and told me he saw the show and he saw how Player Essence banned me. So boom, I go to my channel, I do me a little live stream. I did a Sonic the Hedgehog live last night, whatever. So I come back and I go back to Player Essence channel and I ask him, I say, hey, well, look, what suggestions would you like? What would you like to debate about? He started calling me a clout chaser, talking about, then he says, he doesn't want to debate no more because I'm going to be so easy to beat. So, Player Essence, I'm calling you out, brother. I'm calling you out in front of the whole YouTube gaming nation. Player Essence, if you stand by Nintendo, like you say you stand by Nintendo, if their product is so good, if Elden Ring runs so good on the Nintendo Switch, if Mario Kart World is worth $80, if Zelda Breath of the Wild is such a great game, if you stand by Nintendo and you're willing to fall on the sword for Nintendo, then debate me. If I don't want to debate on no Discord, I want to debate you face to face. We can do it on StreamYard, on your channel or my channel. And I got a challenge for you, Player Essence. Excuse me. If you defeat me in this debate, it can be, I don't care what the topic is. It can be about Nintendo Switch, some of them games you talking about. If you defeat me in a debate, Player Essence, I will send you $500 cash money to your Cash App or your PayPal. So don't try to spin. I seen you last night trying to spin the narrative, talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. You can't debate nobody, stupid, because it's going to be an easy win. And I'm trying to just disparage Nintendo because Nintendo is so great. You Nintendo fanboys are delusional. You mean to tell me, Player Essence, that Elden Ring has been out for 3 years? Let me say that again. Elden Ring has been out for 3 years. And you mean to tell me that the people who've been playing Elden Ring on the Switch 2, who had the chance, who's saying that the game runs poorly, you telling me, making excuses, talking about, well, we got to wait till it actually come out to see a 3-year-old game. And look, it's not just Elden Ring. It's not just Elden Ring that runs bad on the Switch 2. Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Madden 25 runs terrible on the Nintendo Switch. So if you stick by Nintendo, then debate me. The people on your channel want you to debate me. What you afraid of? Are you afraid that you finally met somebody in the gaming community that's going to call you out on your BS? Appreciate you sharing, Dwayno. Dwayno 87 Gaming say, but Sony was the one that helped create Nintendo back in the days. All right. And then Dwayno 876 Gaming say Nintendo went behind Sony back and Nintendo went behind Sony's back and did their own thing. And then Dwayno 876 say, hello, don't what he's saying, bro. PlayStation is way better at running games. I think you had a little typo there, Dwayne. If you could rewrite that for me. You said, hello, don't want he's saying, bro, PlayStation is way better. I think you're trying to say PlayStation is a better console than Nintendo Switch. But if you just write it over, I think you had like a little typo there. Okay, he retracted it. He must be rewriting it. But I know what you was trying to say, Dwayne. I know what you was trying to say. I was just got confused by the typo. But I know what you was trying to say, good brother. All right. Dwayno 876 Gamer say he doesn't know what is saying, bro. PlayStation is way better. And yeah, you know, and this is my thing. Look, I'm not in it. I don't want y'all to think excuse me. I don't want y'all to think that I'm a Nintendo hater. I like Nintendo. I like Nintendo. I don't own a Switch. I don't have a Switch 2. I've never owned one, but I like the concept. I've had a Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo. I had a Nintendo Wii. But I never got the Switch 2 because I didn't believe deep down in my heart having a PlayStation. I have a PlayStation 4. I don't even have a PlayStation 5. I have a PlayStation 4. So I expect a game to work at a certain quality, to look a certain way. And when I found out that Nintendo Switch was $450, $500 plus tax with the Mario Kart bundle on a game key card, which is crazy because I don't understand why would anybody spend $80 on a game key card and you don't have an actual physical game. If you've been watching the DBZ Nation channel, you have seen me show games out the plastic in the physical box. I like to hold my video game. I like to hold the physical. I'm not with none of that game key foolishness. And you got all these Nintendo fanboys caping for Nintendo. And so this is when it really got nasty on Player Essence channel. This is when it really got nasty on Player Essence channel. This is when it really got nasty on Player Essence channel. This is what I asked him. I said, okay, you don't want to debate Nintendo versus PlayStation, who has the better console? I asked him, I said, well, look, could we have a debate just simply talking about the actual Joy-Cons and the technology on the Switch 2? Because look, family, you got to ask yourself, if you pay almost $500 for a handheld console, and that console cannot run a basic game like Madden 25. I'm not talking at 60 frame rate or 140 frame rate. If you own a console that you pay good money for, and you got to get a game like Elden Ring, and the quality is piss poor, you can't tell me that console, that Nintendo Switch, is superior to a PlayStation, or superior to PC, or superior to Xbox, or superior, I forget the name of the console. Y'all know the name of the console that starts with an S. What's the name of that console starts with an S? It's a little handheld. It got all the online games. Let me read what Dwayno 876 Gamer say. Even when NRS puts Mortal Kombat 1 on Nintendo Switch, it played horrible. Yeah, you right about that, Dwayno. All the games look bad on Nintendo Switch too. You're right about that though, Dwayno. And this is the thing about it, family, that I'm asking y'all, because I'm being honest with y'all. Like Dwayno just said, and thank you for sharing my live, Dwayno. I appreciate that. Mortal Kombat has been out for a while. Now, you got Nintendo fanboys making excuses for Nintendo. Talking about that, yeah, the games may run a little bit poorly, but, you know, they're just a sacrifice you got to make. Why you got to make a, look, come on. What, you mean to tell me The Nintendo Switch has been out for 3 months. And you mean to tell me that the majority of the third-party games, I'm not talking about Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm not talking about Zelda Breath of the Wild, I'm not talking about Mario Kart World. The third-party games like Madden 25, Elden Ring, Mortal Kombat, Cyberpunk 2077. You mean to tell me that they can't come out with a superior frame rate? A superior frame rate on this new so-called high-tech technology in 2025? Make it make sense, family. Make it make sense, family. Make it make sense, Player Essence. And so, when I started to call out these different issues, that's when he said, I'm supposed to ban DBZ Nation from my channel. I'm supposed to ban him because I was asking too many questions and his chat room was riding with me. Player Essence, your chat room was saying they want to see a debate between me and you. And on my avatar, of course, is Goku Black. So he's never really, unless he watched my other videos, this wasn't going to be no avatar on Discord. This was going to be a raw debate live on YouTube. And I honestly think that Player Essence did not want that smoke because he knew that he was going to lose. He knew he was going to get smoked by the DBZ Nation. You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? That when I started asking real questions about the Nintendo Switch, all of a sudden you want to cancel the debate because you knew, Player Essence, that I wasn't going to be no pushover. You knew it. When you started to look up my channel, go to Player Essence channel last night and look at what happened last night. Watch the live stream. And we going back and forth with I may release the emails later. So he blocked me. Dwayne 07 Gaming, let me read what you just said. I guarantee that the PS4 will outperform the Nintendo Switch even though it's a 11-year-old hardware. Dwayne, you just took the words out of my mouth, Dwayne 876. You just took let me read one more time what Dwayne 876 Gaming put in the chat room and help it make it make sense to me. Again, Elden Ring, I have been playing it on my channel. You can go check it out yourself. The new Harry Potter game, the Hogwarts Legacy. I have been playing it on this channel, on my PS4. No problems, no frame rate problems, great quality. Again, I don't have a PS5. We're talking about a PS4. Let me read what Dwayne 876 Gaming put, and this shuts down the whole debate with this one sentence. This is what he said. I guarantee that the PS4 will outperform Nintendo Switch 2, even though it's an 11-year-old console. So, Player Essence, I want you to answer this question. And I really hope he takes up this debate because I would love to really get him, just me and him. No interference, just me and him. I would love to ask Player Essence, why is it that Nintendo Switch just came out with this new console that's not even 3 years old, but all of the third-party games play absolutely crappy on the Nintendo Switch? How can you defend paying almost $500 for this new age generation technology Nintendo Switch? $80 for games, $90 for game key cards. And you mean to tell me, again, I keep asking Dwayno, Elden Ring, go on my channel, look at me play the game. I played for hours. It's a hard game to play, but I played it for hours. Look at the frame rate. Look at the quality. No problems. Hogwarts Legacy. I played for hours. Look at the quality. No problems. Madden 25. See, if I didn't have direct knowledge, I couldn't speak on none of this here. If I didn't have proof, I couldn't sit here before y'all and tell y'all how I feel. I've played Elden Ring. I've played Hogwarts Legacy, Madden 25 on my PlayStation 4. That's 11 years old. And the quality and frame rate outperforms the Nintendo Switch hands down. Player Essence. So, brother, it's all right that you banned me from your channel. It's all right that you don't want to debate, because the people in your chat room, I know you got 100, I think he has like 150, 160,000 subscribers. You showed your subscribers last night. I'm not going to call you a coward, but I have to call out the hypocrisy. I have to call out the hypocrisy. Player Essence, and you a brother like me in this gaming industry. So I'm not trying to embarrass you. I'm not trying to say you don't do good content. I'm not trying to say I don't agree with some of the things you're saying. But when you call me out for a debate and I ask these questions, all of a sudden you want to block me. So my question is this, Player Essence. Can we have a debate on the facts? Is Nintendo better than PlayStation right now? That's all I want to talk about. Is Mario Kart World worth $80? Game key card. What excuse can Nintendo give its supporters while Elden Ring runs terrible? Mortal Kombat, all the third-party games run terrible on the Nintendo Switch 2. Let me read what Dwayno just put. I've been playing PlayStation from I was a kid. Laughing out loud. Then Dwayne is, we grown folk. So I can't tell another grown man, grown woman how to spend their money. If you want to spend $80 on a game key card, God forbid the server, and they never ask you that question. If you buy a game key card instead of a physical copy, what's going to happen 5 years, 10 years from now when the server go down? What you going to do with your game key cards then? I did not know what a Nintendo fanboy was until I started watching the Angry Vigilante show. Much love to the Angry Vigilante. I want y'all to check out the Angry Vigilante. I left a link to his channel. Check out the Angry Vigilante. I didn't know what a Nintendo fanboy was. I didn't know because I have not been in gaming that long. And my channel is less than a year old. But I didn't know it was people out there that would sell a soul to Nintendo. I didn't know it was people out there that no matter what Nintendo does, they're going to cape for them. They're going to protect them. They're going to buy their alleged games that you have grown men living in their mother's basements. You got grown men in their late 40s, early 50s. That cannot comprehend reality. And again, I like Nintendo. Would I pay $500 for his handheld console? No, I would not. Because I don't think the performance is up to par with what I'm used to. But if you, ma'am, want to go buy a Nintendo Switch 2, go ahead. If you, sir, want to go buy a Nintendo Switch 2, go ahead. No skin off my back. But I wanted to talk for a few minutes to Player Essence, and I know he watching. I know he watching right now. You created this scenario. You called out the DBZ Nation. You did. You challenged me to a debate, Player Essence. So now it's at your doorstep. I'm not going to go away. I'm not going to be intimidated. I'm not going to be shamed. You can call me all the names you want. But I got a challenge for you, brother. If you can defeat me in this Nintendo versus PlayStation debate, call it whatever you want. $500 to your Cash App, $500 to your PayPal. You got my email address, I got your email address. We was talking back and forth last night. And I hope when you go live again, Player Essence, that you can be real and honest with your supporters. And before I get out of here, I just want to say this to Player Essence. If Nintendo Switch 2 is the best console out right now, if Nintendo Switch 2 really has the best third-party games, put it to the test. Show us. Show us live how Mortal Kombat runs. It has a docking station on the Nintendo 2. It got a docking station. So you can show it to us. Show us how Mortal Kombat runs. Show us how Madden 25 runs. Show us. Show us proof on how Nintendo Switch 2 is a superior console. And this Player Essence had the nerve. Player Essence had the nerve. Player Essence had the nerve to say that the PS5 is no comparison to the Nintendo Switch 2. Man. You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? Player Essence, listen to what I'm saying. Laughing out loud. Yeah, show you right, Dwayne 0876 Gaming. Player Essence had the nerve to say that the Nintendo Switch 2 outperforms the PlayStation 5. Now, I want y'all to put in the comment section right now, be honest, do you think the Nintendo Switch 2 outperforms the PlayStation 5? Do you think the Nintendo Switch 2 outperforms PlayStation 5? Is Nintendo Switch 2 a superior console over the P5? Now, I'm going to give you my opinion. Again, I don't have a PlayStation 5. I got a PlayStation 4. Go down my timeline. Look at all the video games I done played. I even did Sonic the Hedgehog last night, which is a retro game from Sega Genesis. Look at the quality on the PS4. I can only imagine the quality on the PS5 and Player Essence. Did you really go to sleep last night? Did you really wake up this morning and say to myself, I may have made a mistake calling out DBZ Nation. I may have made a mistake calling him out for a debate, because you know as well as I know, Player Essence, there is no way on God's green earth that the Nintendo Switch 2 outperforms the PS5 on any day, with any game. And you know how I know that, Player Essence? The frame rate quality on my PS4 outperforms the Nintendo Switch. So common sense, brother, common sense would say that if I played Elden Ring on the PS5, the quality is going to be better than the PS4 with the frame rates. And you know I'm telling the truthers. You know I'm telling the truthers. Just like my gold toothers I used to have. Now, brother, Player Essence, look here, brother. This gonna go two ways. We not doing no debate on Discord. We not gonna be texting and going back. Forget all that. Let's go straight to the people. Let's do a live debate on StreamYard. You got StreamYard, I got StreamYard. We can do it on my channel or your channel. Let's agree on a topic. Let's agree on a time. And let's agree on prize money, because we might as well make some money doing it. I ain't you do. I'm saying, if you can prove to me and my supporters that the Nintendo Switch 2 is a superior console over the PS5, you will be greatly, greatly rewarded. And I know you need the money, brother. I know you need the money. All right? Respectfully. 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 So, I heard that the angry vigilante is probably gonna be doing some content about Player Essence banning me last night on his channel. I can't wait to see that. But if y'all want to see the live stream from Player Essence, if y'all want to see the back and forth that we had last night about the debate, I left a link in the description. Y'all can go check out Player Essence, subscribe to his channel, support the brother. Check out my good friend Angry Vigilante, check him out, and check out my good friend Dwayno876 Gaming. He shared this live on his Community Wall, thank you so much, Dwayne 876 Gaming, for sharing this live. And that's pretty much all I really wanted to say, family. That's all I really wanted to say. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We just asking y'all to continue to rock with the DBZ Nation channel. And that's really all I need to say. Check out my merch. It's the kerfuffle merch. I got this in 2 designs. Just hit that link down there in my spread shop. Get you a large, extra large, small. We got it in blue, white, coffee mugs, whatever you need. Check out my store. Support the DBZ Nation channel. Also, I left my P.O. box down in the description. If you have a lightsaber you like me to do a review on, or a special or a toy you would like to see me do a review on the DBZ Nation channel, I left a link to my P.O. box. You can send your merch, you can send your letters, whatever. Send it to my P.O. box and I do a review. Just make sure you have your name, maybe your email address, maybe your number, and so I can give you a shout out and instructions on, you know, what you'd like me to talk about or whatever. Also, I do hip hop. I rap too. I left some links to some of my music. Y'all can check out some of my music. Everybody on Instagram, A Blast from the Past. I got a lot of different music. Check it out down there at the bottom. And if you want to support the channel, we're not monetized yet, but I do have a PayPal and a Cash App. So if you like DBZ Nation, you want to support the channel, you want to support the movement, I ask that you check out my PayPal. Click my PayPal link down in the description, or click my Cash App down in the description. I want to thank y'all for y'all love, support. Always, thank you so much for rocking with the DBZ Nation channel. Player Essence, the ball's in your court, brother. Player Essence, the ball's in your court, brother. All right, y'all. Peace. Y'all take care.